Yeah. We back in this thing. What's going on with everybody? Hope everybody feeling good, feeling great. Made it through the day all right with no problems. Or you had problems and you worked them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little draggy. You know what I'm saying? I'll explain in a minute. I'm a little draggy. Then we're going to get to the topic at hand. But welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops the great. Yes, indeed. Feed the needy. Oh, man. Ooh, excuse me. What's good? I'm dragging, y'all. Went outside and played too much for my age. For those who don't know, I typically drink like Hennessy sometimes during the show with y'all. Primarily when I'm outside with the peoples. What had happened was, you link up with some folks and they on a different type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'm rocking what you rocking with. So I'm playing with tequila and whatnot, and tequila ain't really my thing, so to speak. And then I rotated around and did my little 1-2 or whatever, and found my favorite side piece, Hennessy, just sitting there. She was talking to me from behind the bar, and had to give her some attention. Fast forward, whatever. I'm feeling it. But I'm here. So let's get to the show. Now I done told y'all my little boring story that y'all probably didn't care about no way, man. We here. I'm here. You here. Let's get to the show. Now, I came across a video while I was laying in the bed recovering. Came across a video that put me in a place of appreciation. It's real easy for a lot of us to not think on or forget about the journey that Kendrick Lamar took to get to where he at. I'm sure if he told his story himself, it wasn't an easy road by any means. He had to really work his way up. He really had to pay his dues. And once I watched the video, I'm like, I should share it. I should just react to this with the people, because at the end of the day, we're a Drake hating, Kendrick loving fan base on this channel. Most of the comments I get that I respond to when people talk about Kendrick, it's not just of a fan, but from a aspect of appreciation. Like, yo, he gave me songs where in the moment I was going through, I needed to hear it, or whatever the case may be. And it's just cool to see. It's not like, oh, his music fire, and I like this song or this song. There's actually genuine stories about why or how people came to know about Kendrick, develop a interest in his music, or there's people out there that follow him purely from a lifestyle standpoint and staying out the limelight. Handle your business and go back to where it's safe. Don't stay and bask in the light too long, because then you get burned. So there's some people that love Kendrick just from that aspect. But I'm gonna play this video for y'all to check out, and hopefully it has an effect on y'all the way it had an effect on me. I definitely could see how some people could say that we've all gotten to a point that while we love you and appreciate it, we kind of gloss over some of the things he had to do to get to where he at. So without holding y'all up no further, I'm gonna put these ears on, put on my Squeak 3000s. smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pull it up. We grown, so let's get to this here business. You know what I'm saying? Kick your feet up. Take your shoes off. Kick your feet up. You know what I'm saying? Even if your feet stink, it's all right. I can't smell it. Kick them daddies up. This is The Bigger Picture. DJ Hed, Elliot Wilson, Jeremy Heck. Probably wonder if I say Jeremy's name right, but I'm gonna play this out. If not the entirety, because it's only 13 minutes. It's a clip of the show, but if not the entire 13, it's gonna be close to about 8 to 9-ish minutes. So just in case you wanted to get a feel for how long it's gonna be, you figured us talking and rapping about it gonna make it about 18 to 20 minutes. So let's get to it.
So lives to Kendrick, you were at the Atlanta Kendrick Lamar GNX SZA co-headline
in Atlanta.
tour. What was the vibe out there? You ran to Atlanta to see it.
Didn't tell us. No pregame. No. Tell your brothers that you're gonna be out there. Our hard business, and all of a sudden you just take it extra days. We see you at the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Well,
where's the love? Where's the love and trust in our relationship? I don't understand.
I'm gonna be honest with you. YN.
All right.
Hey,
now I'm YN now.
YN is crazy work. Elliot Wilson, like 77 years old. He far from a YN.
When I went to go do the Black Effect Podcast Festival in Atlanta,
yes, sir.
I didn't even realize that Dot was gonna be out there. The homie DJ Era was like, yo, you know Dot is gonna be here while you here. And I'm like, oh shit. Let me get my affairs in order. I didn't even realize, like, you know what I'm saying? So I got my affairs in order. But Punch just went on the timeline and said that he's, as much as he loves everyone, he can't be the ticket man for this entire tour. So Elliot Wilson can't reach out to Punch to get those tickets. But I may or may not have a connection. So I made sure I got my affairs in order. I went to go see the show while I was there in Atlanta. And it was phenomenal. Like I ended up talking to Dot, and I told him, like, I was just like, proud isn't. I told him, proud isn't an abundant enough word for what I am, bro. Like,
wow.
Like just seeing that, because I know where we come from. Like I remember, I remember hitting him up with one of the homies for $500 to do a show, and Dot was like, yeah, I need that right now. This is 2010. He was like, I got Dot a show for $500, and he was like, bro, I need that right now.
Yeah.
Think about that. Look at where Dot at right now. But think about that. Think about the way he said it. Once upon a time, Kendrick was in a position to where he wasn't wanting for no show for no 500. He needed a show for 500. Think about all them big numbers that's getting shot out right now. Everybody quoting numbers, records breaking every day or every other day, every show or every other show. But once upon a time, Kendrick Lamar wasn't thinking about not one record. He wasn't thinking about selling out no stadiums. $500. A $500 show sound like a club. Think about that. That was the beginning. And that was the beginning. Rocking clubs. Or private events. Whatever. To work your way up to get to the point where, like, you and a crew of people could probably rock an arena, maybe. And now here he is, 2025, doing whole stadiums with SZA. I'm going to make sure I put that in there, because I know somebody, don't forget about SZA. Agreed. But as fans, we should take the time, though, on some real stuff. Think about the journey. Not just your journey as a fan, because being a Kendrick Lamar fan is a journey all by itself. Because I can't speak for everybody else. I've had moments with Kendrick Lamar where it's like a love-hate. Like, come on, bro, this ain't what I want right now. But the more you listen to it, you're like, okay, I can see what you was doing. I could even understand why you did it. Cool. And then you get on your life-ish and like, that was a good album. Huh. That was a good album. You know what I'm saying? So to hear his journey, I mean, we all know that nobody starts at the top. But it's rare that we hear, unless you are a super fan and you go to every show since day one, those of us who live regular everyday lives, but really, really have an appreciation for Kendrick Lamar, to hear these stories, like in the beginning, this was the money that we was making. I'm trying to think. I listened to a story about somebody else's beginning where they got paid half in money and half in weed. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning. So, yeah, this is. I want y'all to hear the rest of this. This is a dope story.
And just, you know, being able to see him at that
at a goddamn stadium.
I had to just share that with him. I was like, bro, I had a moment. I was just looking. I sat in the crowd for the whole show. Like I wasn't backstage.
No bathroom
I wasn't
breaks.
on the riser. I wasn't in the pit. Like I wanted to see the show
with the people.
And so I watched the show and I just had a moment. I just kept looking like it was people as far as I could see, bro. Just all the way up into the sky, all the way across. And it was no, and I mean, hey, you know, apparently there was a lot of bots.
None that you saw.
Bot. No, but it's funny because
that's why I went to the show and I just was like, I just told him like, bro, that shit was crazy, bro.
Do you think it was the fact that, because he referenced on stage, like, you know, the early days shows at Tabernacle, like we know these places in Atlanta where you first break through, like what was the magnitude of just seeing like in a stadium? How crazy was that?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's two things. It wasn't seeing him in the stadium as much as it was seeing the reception of him. Because I was there when people used to tell us that there were people on the radio in LA who told us it wasn't gonna work. God is not a star. The music ain't it. He a weirdo. There are people who feel this way and still feel this way, but they have to do it quietly or on stream. But there were people who there were naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Like we were the ones embracing this new wave of what was coming out of LA, and it wasn't embraced like that. So, like I said, it was two things. One is seeing the reception. People were singing word for word. Like you seen the homie, I forgot his name. He's a dope artist from Texas. He plays keys and everything. He was in the front row rapping every word I think it was at the Houston show. And he went viral. I think his name is Just something. He's fucking dope. Mm-hmm. But then the second thing, it's seeing people sing all the words. But then the second thing was I got to see him have little moments where he got to take it in. Like it was certain parts where he would, because I know him and I know how he be thinking. And we had a conversation when I went to go see the Mr. Morale show in Vegas. And we had a conversation backstage. And so, not to divulge those conversations, but I remember him like being like, man, this shit crazy. And so I saw him have those moments in real time on stage, like, damn, like he would just look around and be like, this shit is crazy. And he would smile and shit like that. And so those are the things, to me, those were like the key takeaways. Like, obviously the show was good. The whole set list is out there at this point. SZA fucking kid. I want to take this opportunity as well. I had a full-on, and this has never been public, but I had a full-on argument with Charlamagne because I said, me and him were arguing on the phone one day, and I told him that SZA don't have no slaps. And of course, you know, I'm always the one saying stuff like this. Like, songs only got no slaps. It's all art.
They never have enough slaps.
Right. And then after that, Charlamagne told on me. So he's in the box. He's in New York on the SOS tour, watching the show with Top Dog and Punch in the suite. Mm-hmm. And he telling on me to my big one. Right? He telling Top, like, yo, you know, hey.
Sound like some Charlamagne type, you know what, but
said SZA ain't got no slap. Punch is like, oh yeah. So now I'm on the phone with Top for 2.5 hours that night. East Coast time, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Punch, I'm talking to him on text. Long story short, I was wrong.
Absolutely.
You saw the slaps live?
Now, I'm not saying it in a traditional sense. I'm not saying it in an untraditional sense that she doesn't. I never said that the internet is going to run with it. I've never said that SZA don't have hit records. I've never said that SZA's not a superstar. I said she don't have no slaps, meaning as a DJ, what do I play from SZA? Like, what's the go-to slap that unanimously all DJs are going to throw on? Every DJ, depending on where you at in time in the set or where you at in the region, it depicts which song you're going to play from SZA. She got slaps that I never heard that I need to go now. I have been familiarizing myself with the SZA catalog because she definitely got a couple of slaps on top of the hits.
SZA got some. I don't know him by name. I know him by my phone when I play him. I know him by my phone when I play him. You know, you got your playlist. You just throw that list on, and that's what's that. But I didn't want to make that too long. I just felt it was important to put out a video where we just encourage each other to like really take the time to appreciate Kendrick Lamar. If I have a regret at my age, I wish I would have appreciated my greats more. What I mean by that is like, it's like it was kind of like I feel like I took the music but didn't really appreciate the person behind the music. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, I guess. We fans. We fans. That's what fans kind of do. But as I've gotten older and appreciation of people, appreciation of life starts to matter more to me. Snoop Dogg is pretty controversial right now because I just don't know where. I don't know where he's standing no more. Like, do he care about us as a people, those who don't necessarily have it all? We get up, we try, we do what we can. Is it even possible for celebrities in general to align in a way where they can adequately represent us? I don't know. I think that's kind of what we're hoping for with Kendrick Lamar. That's where the whole savior thing comes in, and we want to be careful with that. But I do give credit to the younger generation. It seems like y'all willing to pour more love into an artist as a person than we did in my generation. That's one thing I've definitely noticed. Like, a little too much. I don't need to know where Wiz Khalifa or Smoke DZA or anybody else, what they doing at every waking moment. That's too far. But invested enough to kind of try to figure out what makes them tick or whatnot, I don't think that's too much. I just don't want to get invasive with it to where we're invading privacy and concerning ourselves with stuff that ain't our business. I don't know. I don't want to know who's smashing who when, because then I got to be a witness to if you cheating or something. So I don't want to know. But yeah, that's all I wanted, man. I just wanted us to have a we appreciate Kendrick Lamar moment. That's all. Because I don't think we take the time to do it. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the music and the battling back and forth, or hoping we get back to battling back and forth sonically, musically, that we forget that, like, the day-to-day grind of being what Kendrick is. Like, this is a big tour, and look at all them dates. Like, and the show keeps progressively changing. I think it's changing for the better. I'm not sure if the changes are just for the better or just to adapt to the location. I need to take something back. I did say though, and it's not ain't nothing crazy or nothing like that. But I had originally said that I would never go to an open air stadium for like an event because of the elements. I just don't like being in the elements. Watching a couple of the open air stadiums like Carolina, I think you got Philly. Them open air stadiums might be where it's at because I'm a pyrotechnic nerd, and the shows that are in the open air stadiums, they can be a little bit grander from a pyrotechnic standpoint because you don't have to worry about ventilation because it's open air. And then you don't have a ceiling to limit how far up you can shoot a pyro or whatever. So the sky's the limit, literally. You know what I'm saying? So I was wrong in that stance. I guess I probably would, if I had to pick, go to a stadium show with an open air venue versus a closed in stadium. But I would probably just be more cautious about the time of the year that I would go. You know what I'm saying? Probably pick a summer month or pick a location that's not really known for rain. That's my thought. Even though I watched a video where they said when it rained, it was almost like a whole new experience. It's like you were really locked in with the artist in the show because he out there in the rain doing his thing. The dancers still out there doing they want to in the rain. You out there as a fan in the rain. It's like a symbiotic type of thing. That's a vibe. So I can't even say I would overly care because to watch them people stand in the rain and they excited. I didn't see an upset face. They were excited, and they said for a minute it went from just raining to the sky just opened up and it was just dumping water on them, and then it stopped. But the vibe of the show never changed. The pace of the show really never changed much. It was still a movie. So yeah, take the time. Because we don't know what could or would or whatever happen next. We don't know. Appreciate these moments that we get from like great people. Like he's showing us greatness right before our eyes. I just don't want us to look up one day like, dang, I didn't realize he did that. Why not? You were there. You were around. You were present when he did it. So if you missed it, it's kind of on you. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up Smoke Y'all Herb with me. But I'm high. Because what y'all really don't know is that this is my second time shooting this video. My internet cut out for like 20 minutes. So I had to reshoot the video. What you want me to do? So it's like, this is my second time smoking really and whatnot. And this is the second incident. Everything's been done twice. But whatever. I got the video to y'all. So I appreciate Kendrick. Take the time to appreciate Kendrick. If you got some stories or some comments on why you rock with Kendrick, why you appreciate Kendrick the way you do, drop them daddies in the comments. With that being said, I'm Oops the Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. I'm gonna get at y'all, man.